iron gold. So let's start with our main character, Darrow. It's been 10 years. And he goes back to his son. He's like, come to daddy, son. And Pex is like, yeah, sorry, brah. We're not really friends anymore. Speaking of not being friends anymore, then we have Dancer, and they're all hanging out outside, and Darrow's like, this is the coolest. And he's like, yeah, so I kind of hate you now, and I'm going to turn against you in the council. Cool, bro, thanks. So now they're in the council, and they bring Darrow in, and Dancer's like, yeah, he's out. 10 years is too long. And another guy goes, tyrant you have become. Darrow leaves, but as he's leaving, his wife's like, arrest him! So this guy, Wolfgar, or something like that, he starts attacking him. Servo kind of distracts Darrow for a second, so he ends up killing Wolfgar. All the while, Servo is really sad, and he's like, I gotta say goodbye to my daughter. So him and Servo leave, and they're like, to the Ash Lord! And Servo's like, yeah, we don't have enough men. They're like, okay, let's go to prison.
To get Apollonius out of prison.
While they're there, they meet an Obsidian who really likes dogs.
Whom the warden removed his tongue, so Servo calls him tongueless.
Hey, your brother is alive. So they get out, and he's like, hey, am I black? Darrow's like,
No, Alex is just running on stick figure attributes, and this is an easy way to distinguish you guys.
So they take the Obsidian, they take
Apollonius.
They go back to his planet, and they free his planet from his brother's rule. Then they're
Take 2, Ash Lord.
So we have Lysander, and he's traveling around with Cassius, and they see a beacon for a broken ship. So they go to the broken ship, and they see this little lady tied up, and Lysander's like, I'll save you. He finds out that she's a gold. She kicks him, and she's like, yeah, they're coming. Steals his razor. They have another ship pop up on their radar. They're like,
surrender now or prepare to fight.
So they surrender to them. Before they do, Cassius is like, put this on top of my head. This will distort me. They hide their little chest.
With their house rings.
The stormtroopers come in, and they're like, who are you? He's like, oh, he says some name. Jeffrey of House Gandalf? I'm Troy. Yeah, we don't believe you. Just the room. So they put him in jail. And then they find out that this is actually Cassius, and he's like, all right, Cassius, you're going to have to fight us to the death now. Cassius is like, cool. I am Cassius, and I have my armor. So they send one guy at him. Cassius fights him, kills him. They send another guy at him. Cassius kills him. He's like, I am Cassius, and I have my armor. They send another guy in, and Cassius kills him. They send another girl in, Cassius kills him. They send someone else in, Cassius kills him. He's like, I am Cassius, and I have my armor.
Stop saying that!
Cassius kills him. He's like, one of the people who fights Cassius like hits his arm, and he starts bleeding out, I guess from all the fights of the razors. He's like, die. I did, I like better. Cassius dies. Lysander is met by
Seraphina Ara.
He's like, come to my father Romulus's funeral. So Romulus goes out into this freezing ass cold, butt naked, and she's like, yeah, go get him, Dad. So he goes and he tries to walk out to their ceremonial gravesite.
He doesn't make it.
Lysander's like, he did it for the golds. He believed in the golds. Then we also have Lyra, and she lives on Mars. They shaved her from the mines. And then the Red Hand comes.
And they start killing people.
One of the brothers runs out. Lyra runs after him. She then sees all the people dying. She grabs her cousin, and they go hide. And then some gold comes crashing through to the bottom of the river there. She jumps in and saves him because his armor is weighing him down. It turns out that gold is Kavak's. Kavak's? Kavak sounds cooler than Kavak's. And she's like, please, take us with you. Her and her cousin. They're Reds. Don't take them with us. He's like, all right, come. And then she goes to work for him, and I'm not really sure what she does. Maybe she hits rocks. Chink. What you call me? She also ends up watching Kavak's fox. She goes to an aquarium on her day off, and they're like, she did it! She stole it! Like, bro, come on. As they're taking her away, you're going away for all this. It's because I'm red! She is stopped by a gold and a very old-looking guy, and he's like, I know her. Saving her life. He's like, take this necklace.
We find out that old man is a character named Ephraim.
Ephraim was Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, he was. He was a son, and then he quit. Trigg's brother. Holiday was Trigg's brother. Are these the people that saved Darrow on the... Maybe. So they go drinking, Ephraim and Holiday. And Ephraim's also a thief. And they're like, hey, rob for us. And they want him to steal the children.
Lyra's necklace that was given to her by Ephraim blows up a transport with the children on them. Lyra survives the crash.
He's like, I could kill you. So then he takes her and the children back to the people who hired him. Lyra escapes through like some vents and she goes to the police. They grab Ephraim and they're like, hey, get the kids back. So he has a little gay moment. Then he saves the kids, but he is kind of bleeding out because he only had a bow and arrow.
We cut back to Darrow going to the Ash Lord's planet, and him and Palaonis kill all of the Ash Lord's people. They're like, it ends here. They go to the Ash Lord and they find out that he's in a bed dying, and Darrow's like, yeah, that's not cool. We're going to burn him alive. So they burn him alive after finding out that the Ash Lord's daughter is now in control of the units. And Servo goes to Darrow and he's like, hey, let's end it here, Darrow. And he's like, I can't. This is goodbye. The end.